Hello, my name is Carson Cochran, and today I'm going to inform you of one of the largest and fastest growing economies in South America. I'll discuss the business culture, communication, and social values within the country. Chile is located in South America, was colonized by the Spanish, and gained independence in 1818. They predominantly speak Spanish, and they're the largest exporter of salmon and the largest producer of copper. They're the home to the Easter Islands and the home to the largest building in South America, the Grand Torre. First, I'll discuss the business culture within Chile. Whenever greeting a Chilean business person, it is important to use warm and enthusiastic greetings. The handshake is the most common form of greeting in Chile. Hugs and kisses on the cheek are usually reserved for closer friends. It is important to prioritize greeting the most senior official in Chile. You typically use the associate's title followed by their last name. In many Hispanic countries, individuals have two last names. First, their father's, followed by their mother's last name. During a meeting in Chile, it is important to know that arriving late is deemed as a courtesy in order to provide the host more preparation. Business cards are very popular and expected in Chile, and before any business negotiations begin, small talk in reference to discussing your family, your educational background, and perhaps where you're staying in your visit to Chile is most common. Etiquette within the business culture of Chile includes interrupting. Interrupting is actually a form of feedback in Chilean business culture and is not deemed as rude. Interruptions are viewed as enthusiastic and expressing interest. Humor is popular and is good to use throughout business communications in Chile. Most business meetings do not have a scheduled end time and are typically concluded whenever negotiations are finished. Proper dining etiquette is also very important when having a business lunch or dinner with a Chilean client. Now I'll discuss the communications within Chile. Verbal form of communication includes the use of emotional decision making. Chileans use the way they feel just as much as what they think in regards to making business decisions. It is important to consider that whenever communicating with a Chilean. It is advisable to although be humorous but not offensive whenever having business communications. And a Chilean will typically avoid confrontation in order to have a smooth business conversation go well. Some nonverbal communications within Chile that differ from the United States is standing closer to the person they're talking to than in any other Western countries. They also use touching as a form of friendliness and should not be interpreted as romantic interest. Digital forms of communication, although effective, are not the most important within Chilean culture. Face-to-face conversations and phone calls are the best methods of communication because of the Chileans' placement and high value of personal relationships with their business partners. Language. English and Spanish are the two most popular languages, with Spanish being far more popular. A lot of higher up business executives within Chilean business will know English, but it is very important for you to know Spanish. Chilean Spanish can differ from the other Spanish dialects within South America. Now, some of the social values in Chile include the religion. Religion is common throughout the world, but in Chile, they are predominantly Christian. Within that Christian community, they are predominantly Roman Catholic, although Protestantism is on the rise. Family is very important in Chile, as they place high value on their personal connections, especially within their families. Family always comes first within the Chilean community, and it is important to recognize that whenever negotiating business with Chilean business partners. Elders are highly respected and should be treated as such whenever communicating with Chilean business partners. Marriage is also deemed to be inside the same socioeconomic class and educational backgrounds. Some of the changing attitudes in Chile include that they have adopted democracy since the revolution in the 1970s. They are very community driven within the rural communities, and as of recently, they are moving more towards the left end of the political spectrum. To conclude, it is important to remind that in Chilean business culture, warmth and enthusiasm should be included within your greeting. Tardiness is a courtesy, and business cards are high value within the Chilean business community and should be taken care of to show respect for your business partners. In communications, emotional decision making is very popular throughout Chile. Try to be non-confrontational, and it is very, very, very important that you understand Spanish, that you can read, write, and speak Spanish. The social values that are important to remember are that they are predominantly Roman Catholic, with Protestantism on the rise, and they are becoming more liberal throughout their business development demographically. I hope that you have learned about the business culture, communications, and social values of Chile. It is a beautiful country and is a hotbed for business potential and prosperity.